Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel today. I'm Kevin and today we're back to our religion topic. So in our last topic we already talked about the freedom of speech, and of course today we are keep going on that topic. But I first want to tell you guys that after a long time of New Year's, I finally back after a long vacation. So after a week of rest and take time with my family, I now have back with our religion topic again. And let's come straight into our topic. I'm not going to waste time. So today we are going to talk as I promised from my last topic. From my last video, I promised that I'm going to talk about the bad side of the freedom of speech. But like let's say officially it's not really the bad side, but we could say there's a gray point where we don't know where's the red line of the freedom of speech. We don't know where to stop and where to go through. That means the freedom of speech is a good thing, but still some limits should be great for it. But no one knows where should the limit be. So where is the limit of the freedom of speech? So on the whole situation, the freedom of speech is very good, especially for the democracy. But of course, going to talk dangerous things is not the things that everybody wants. So having some limit for people when they are going to speak is good, and also limit what they have or they can sing in public is also good too. So still not everyone going to agree with the place, with the red line that the limit of the freedom of speech is. So there's two opinions about this. The first opinion think that the freedom of speech means that we could talk anything we like. But I will take out an example here. For example, you are going to tell like you know where the place that your soldiers in your country hiding in the jungle, and you run onto the TV, tell with everybody in the world, include the opponent or the enemy, that our soldiers is in that jungle, be careful, for example, like that. So that thing is dangerous for yourself and for your country. So that thing is very bad, right? So no one want it. Maybe the limit should stop at this place, right? Some people may think, so a part of this problem, anything else could be said freely. So now let's talk about some like different examples. For example, you go up on TV and tell everybody, rob is a trend and you should rob from everybody's house. That means you're going to show your friendliness. That's a really bad lie, right? But it's still a bad speech. It's the speech that causes bad problems, right? That things, even when it's not working, everybody know that it's lies, but it's still not good to talk in public. And that things mean, there's some limit of the freedom of speech that we still don't know yet. And of course, if we are saying that, that depends on how the lies go. Maybe the lies will make people believe it, and maybe it not. If the lies is not too serious and nobody going to believe it, so that means we didn't need to take the sentence, or we didn't need to ban or prevent the person to say it public. So that's the second example. Now we come to the third examples. For example, we are going to talk about a racist speech. For example, we say that black people is not smart as white people. This is a very old racist speech in the history, but let's take an example like that. And that things we call hate speech. So the hate speech is still a bad thing and nobody want to hear it. But if we truly want to protect the freedom of speech, so people still can say about that, right? So you guys can see that even when we say depend on how that hate speech goes, depend on how serious the problem goes, or depend that the way we draw the line is good or not. Or are you going to start burning our opinions that you disagree with, like something like that? okay, something like that is bad. Where we need to make a red line is uncertainty. It changes every second because you guys see language develop every day. New words comes out, and of course they have new things to talk. We cannot just talk about creating a stone axe like the 1,000 years ago in this modern world. Now we are going to create car, create plane, create rocket to go on the other planet, for examples like that. We are not going to talk about creating some stone tombs. So everything's always developed. And if we make a limit on freedom of speech, so that's the first thing that is really not the freedom of speech, is limiting people. And the second one is not helping anything because there is a lot of different ways. We could even use very good words to talk like a racist. For example, like instead of saying that black people are not smart, like a racist, some people that hate black people could also say that, yeah, did you know that we believe that the white people have more education and we have more time because in the history, even when they used to be racist and now they are not, but white people still have more experience and the bigger amount of citizens from the past until now. So I think that our connection with each other is better and we believe that we are smarter. For example, like that, it's complicated, it's long and it's boring, but it's still a hate speech when it's come to the meaning, right? It's a hate speech, but it's just using the beautiful words to talk. So banning someone to talk somehow or going to teach some words or even talk about something is not a good plan because everything changes every day and there's a lot of ways to talk about something. So even when you're banning a topic, so that thing, one way is make everybody know there is no freedom of speech, and the second way that is going to make a new ways to explain that topic. They are not going to talk about the topic directly, but they are going to talk about it like indirectly. They're going to use other words to talk about it, but you guys cannot really know. You guys can't really know are they really talk about it or not. Like that. Okay, so that's the problem that we all have, and everybody is in politics and even in the speech. They argue with each other about this problem, about the freedom of speech. But for me, I think the best opinion is that you must going to make everybody have a good education. If every citizens have the good education, they notice the bad things and avoid that. Because people who are smart enough, knowing that when you have people who love you, who like you, making a strong group, so even when you are the wrong one, you will become the right one. And just people who don't have education will just going to talk about some meaningless things and hope that they are right? Smart people bring from the wrong point to the right point. They make themselves become the right person. They are not going to talk like a right person. They control everybody. That's how smart people play in human chess, right? So that's about the freedom of speech, and now we are going to talk about the solution for that. So back to the education, I think the education is important because at first I say people who are smart will avoid talking things that make everybody else hate them, and also avoid to talk about things that they know is going against their models and everybody models. And the second thing, that if we have a large amount of citizens that having a high education, that means they could really banning going to, we could say some kind of bullies, some kind of bullies, but it's a good bullies. I don't know whether it's a bad or a good bullies. I think it's just an action, but they will going to avoid the hate speech or lies when they have enough education. And In that case, people who going to have hate speech will not get their goals, not going to get what they want because nobody listens to them. Yeah, that's the easiest way. So after all, the freedom of speech is still the freedom. So there is no limit for it. And the best way that we could use to solve this problem about hate speech and racist speech is that we are going to make everybody understand about words more, going to turn their morals on the next levels, and of course make them avoid things that they know is not right. Okay, so that's all I want to say with you guys today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys on my next video. And yeah, one more thing that after the things that I already said, so we come to one conclusion that the freedom of speech and their limit should be chosen by the citizens, should be chosen by people who joining the group, the society who are talking or debating about something. And when everybody have the same opinion, so the limit is set out, because the limit of freedom is where everybody want to do it together. They're not law. So when there is no laws, everybody have to use the same opinion with each others, and until then the limit is set. Okay, so that's all, and I'll see you in my next video. And now it's time for us to say goodbye. See ya.